So this girl, she thought she was making a little meme. She probably thought she was trying to be funny or whatever the case is, but this meme is so accurate that it's mind-blowing. I mean, it is the most accurate meme I've ever seen in my life, bro. We have a guy that's in the community, top guy, and one of his famous sayings in the community is commitment is gay. And when I'm talking about the community, I'm talking about the CLG community. And he honestly believes commitment is gay. Now, me personally, I'm not against monogamy, but I do want to allow people to understand what comes with monogamy. So that video is the most accurate representation of monogamy for the most part. And it plays out similar time and time again. So usually when you're in some sort of situationship or some sort of, I probably only see the girl once or twice a week or something like that, that's when you get the girl licking it off the floor. It can actually be the same exact girl. This is how accurate this video is. It can actually be the same exact girl, but the more committed you become to her, the less freaky she becomes with you. Now, who knows how freaky she is with some other guy she finna hook up with or have a one-night stand with or whatever the case is. But I'm talking about with you. So when it's a situationship, like, I see you when I see you. I got other girls that I see, whatever the case is. She licking it off the floor. She licking it off her hand. She goggling it. She drinking it. You get what I'm trying to say? And when it becomes a relationship, which is a step closer to marriage, so when it becomes a, relationship, and a lot of times when relationships happen, girls don't talk about it, but they assume monogamy. So when you get in a relationship with a girl, even though you didn't say, hey, this is an exclusive relationship, I'm only going to be seeing you, a lot of times the girls kind of bring up the fact that y'all in a relationship. That's what my last BM did. They just kind of bring up the fact that you in a relationship, and then they kind of pressure you into it after you've been knocking them down for a while. You get what I'm trying to say? Or they do some kind of backdoor way. I've never had a girl blatantly, flat out ask me, but it's usually like some backdoor way, like, all right, we together type thing. You get what I'm trying to say? But as you get in that relationship, that freakiness die down. You feel me? It died down to what it used to be. I'm not saying that every single girl is a swallower off the bat. But what I'm trying to say is, if she is a swallower, she gonna most likely swallow in a situationship opposed to a fully committed relationship. So then as you go to relationship, whatever her freakiness level is, she might not be swallowing cum, but she freaky some kind of way, right? Like, let's say my BM situation. Let's say when we was first hooking up, man, I was knocking her down anywhere around the campus. Like, I'm talking about in the back of a car. I'm talking about wherever we can get it in. I'm talking about, in the living room while her roommate was asleep. Her roommate could have walked out any given time. I'm talking about in study rooms, in libraries. I'm talking about wherever we can get it in. I'm talking about in libraries where somebody else is actually right over studying. You get what I'm trying to say? Like real raw, uncut. But as you become more committed to the girl, a lot of times her freakiness dies down. You get what I'm trying to say? As you become more committed to her, her freakiness tends to die down. I don't know why, but it just works out that way. So then you go from situationship, y'all just fucking, now y'all in a fully committed relationship. Now shit's starting to die down, which I feel like the girl should be bringing it up a notch. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, she should be stepping it up a notch. This when you get, the lackluster blowjobs, things like that. Or that's probably not the relationship. But then if you go into marriage, that's when it dies down again. So unless she was crazy freaky in the beginning, it starts to die down. So a lot of men, they don't really catch this. A lot of men allow this to happen. A lot of men believe her excuses. Because the more she gets around you and the more she gets familiar with you, she starts to learn how to manipulate you better. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, they're natural manipulators. This is why I tell guys, never get mad at a woman. Never, ever, ever get mad at a woman. If you're not having your way with women, just get mad at yourself. Now, when I say that you're not having your way with women, I mean you're not going to be 100%. So the ones that you know what I mean, strike out with or whatever the case is, don't even think of them no more. It's water under the bridge. But I'm talking about the ones that actually like you and you not getting the most out of them, like you getting them to do something that they don't want to do, basically turning them out in a sense. Just get mad at yourself because you don't have the proper skill set. You feel me? And speaking of skill set, in CLG I have a 13-week program. When you get to week 5 in that program, your mind will blow how powerful the information that I'm giving you is. I'm talking about if it's done correctly, and I know this firsthand, right? We're about to talk about this in the live Q&A, which is going to be tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. We do a live Q&A. You actually got to show up live because you won't get access to the recordings until you complete the 13-week. But all of the information is going to be in the 13-week anyways. But once you get to like week 4, week 5, and week 4 and beyond, the information in that live or in that 13-week will be so powerful. If implemented, you will be elite. And what I mean by powerful, I'm talking about just meeting a girl and being able to pull her like right away. Like you never met her before and you're able to just flat out pull her. And I'm talking about like dime pieces. So I'm going to break down some field reports in the live Q&A on Monday. You get what I'm trying to say? So for all my guys that's in the the guys that's in the CLG, make sure you tune in Monday, which is tomorrow, because the shit that's in CLG is so powerful. Like, you know what I mean? And even if, now I tell guys not to do what I do, but obviously by week 5, I'm going to start telling people exactly what I do, like word for word, step for step, because like I've been actually writing it down for the most part, like exactly how I pull quickly and, you know, have my way or whatever the case is. I do it very quickly, but it feels slow to the girl. Like for her, it feels like everything is like naturally happening. It feels slow. It feels like an everyday situation, like with a guy that she might not find attractive initially, or she does find attractive initially, but the way he's carrying himself, he's forcing her to raise her respect for him. So I'm gonna do something that I haven't done starting in week 5, is I'm gonna actually break down what I do word for word. You feel me? Word for word, starting in week 5, what I do. Literally, if you guys did what I did word for word and you mastered the timing and the cadence and all that shit like that, which you learned in week 4, that shit dangerous, boy. That shit dangerous. I'm trying to tell you. You gonna be fucking another nigga bitch in the parking lot. Just keep your head on the swivel. And she not gonna tell you that she dating somebody too. You be getting top in the goddamn parking lot. You feel me? So keep your head on the swivel. And keep your fucking mouth shut when you get this type of information. That's all I'm telling you. Keep your motherfucking mouth shut. Don't be out here telling everybody what you knocking down. If you want to be talkative, I always tell guys, CLG, talk in the community. Post and go to the live Q&As. Talk inside of the community if you want to talk. If you want to talk inside of the community. That's the place that you want to talk, especially the live Q&As. Try to get in where you fit in. You feel me? You know what I mean? If you got a thought in your head, motherfucker, when there's a little bit of lull in the conversation, just speak up. Just be like, hey, this what's name? Hey, speak up. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to turn you guys into beta males. I'm trying to turn you guys into masculine ass fucking apex predators in this shit. Because with this type of information, you will be an apex predator for sure. I'm not bullshitting with you. You will be an apex predator. No cap with this type of information. You understand where I'm coming from? And I know it works at a high clip because, trust me, I seen this shit firsthand. You feel me? Like, not seen it, but like, actually did it. Like, I can rinse and repeat and pretty much do it over and over and over again. Like, it's almost automatic. You get what I'm trying to say? So, as long as you know what to do, how to carry yourself, how to make things happen, you're not going to have a problem. Not with women, at least. But then what you're going to find out is you're going to be able to transfer that skill over to other things in your life, and it's going to tend to bring you more money and everything. But this is the sad thing about the video that we played, especially in the Western world, right? I'm not talking about what happens in third world countries and things like that. But in the Western world, the more committed you are to a chick, the less of herself she will give, which is sad. Because a lot of people think it should be the opposite. And a lot of people commit to a girl out of scarcity, meaning that, oh, if I don't really commit to her, I'm going to lose her. They're scared to lose her. And this is what I will tell you. If she isn't on your program, if she isn't obsessed with you, you're not really losing anything. Like, you feel me? Like, if you can't get her to do what you want her to do, or whatever the case is, you're not really losing anything. You're not losing anything significant. You feel me? You might be losing somebody that's physically attractive, but that won't matter to you if you become CLG, because that you can get that easy. As long as you don't, that's what I'm trying to tell people. As long as you have a good control over your emotions, you will no matter what state, no matter what. You feel me? No matter what state. I don't know about countries. I don't go to a lot of different countries, but if anything, a different country would be easier. You know what I mean? Like I went to Jamaica. Man, them girls were trying to rape me. I remember my dad threw an event. That girl grabbed my goddamn arm so hard I had to pull my shit back. She was trying to rape me. I was like, God damn, like I was dodging coochie in Jamaica. You understand where I'm coming from? I was dodging coochie. So that's the type of time I'm on. That's the type, you feel me? Breakdown that I want to give you guys is this shit is actually easy with the right information, but it's not simple. The thing that's not simple is like some guys, let's say like a guy go out in the field, right? And a guy, he do everything right with a chick. Or for the first couple ones, he'll do a couple things wrong. Just because, just the initial nerves, or whatever the case is. It's always like the initial nerves. So he'll go up to a chick, and obviously I tell guys, only approach the chicks that you find super attractive. That's what I do, right? I don't walk up to girls that I know I could fuck easy. You know what I mean? I remember I was talking to this one guy, and I walked up to one chick, and she's just like, "You're very attractive." And then she's like, "But I got a boyfriend, I'm so sorry." Like, she was saying sorry. She said sorry to me 4 times because I didn't say nothing. I was just looking at her. And she's like, I'm so sorry, I got a boyfriend, I'm so sorry. And then I had another chick, she was like, if I wasn't married, oh my God, you would charm the socks out of me. This is why I'm married, to stay away from guys like you. That's what another girl said to me. And I'm not talking. Like, I'm just, and both of these bitches bad as fuck. Like, these ain't no, for me, the badder the bitch is, a lot of times, the easier she is. They be apologizing to me that they in a relationship. You feel me? One of the chicks, she was with her homegirl, and her homegirl was just too goddamn tall. Like, you know what I mean? But this bitch was perfect. Big old fat ass. Her eyes was green. She was dirty blonde. There's like a greenish, bluish, like those eyes that can like scare some people. You feel me? And she just was like, if I wasn't married, goddamn. She's like, you are so charming. I ain't even say much. I'll tell you what I said in week 5, like word for word, because I had to break it down for a science. I'm like, damn, what do I say word for word? And I wrote that shit down. You feel me? To help the guys out, like to let motherfuckers know that like I don't really say much. You feel me? I don't say much, but when I say something, boy, that shit powerful. You understand where I'm coming from? Don't say much, but when I say something, it's powerful. But what happens with a lot of guys is, let's say like the first few girls don't go with them, or they don't pull the first few girls. You feel me? Well, what will end up happening is they'll either call it quits for the day, or they'll be discouraged for the day, or they'll give up, or like they'll have too much emotional hurt and pain because they care too high. And you know what I mean? They'll quit doing what they got to do to become elite. But the only way that you're going to become elite is sometimes you got to get those first approaches out of the way, because you got to get your care all the way down. Like, it got to get down to a point where I know this gonna sound crazy as fuck, but I'm gonna say this shit anyways. Fuck it. You gotta get your care all the way down to the point where people assume that you misogynistic. Like, you feel me? Like, you gotta get your care so far down that you will even question yourself if you misogynistic or not. You feel me? And misogynistic means that you hate women. You feel me? That you hate women. You will be questioning yourself, am I misogynistic? Because I really hate these bitches. Because what ends up happening is, matter of fact, so remember I told you guys that I'm not misogynistic, but I'm a feminist? Or not a feminist. I'm not a feminist at all. I don't believe in feminism. I said the wrong word. I'm a sexist, right? I do believe a hierarchy. I believe men are above women. So yes, I am a sexist, but I'm not misogynistic. But this is what I didn't tell you guys. I used to be misogynistic. Like, I know it sounds crazy. Like, that's like a white dude coming on the internet and be like, man, I used to be racist. And you be like, nigga, you still racist. I'm actually being honest with you guys. I'm really not misogynistic anymore, but I used to be misogynistic as fuck. Like, misogynistic as fuck. And what I mean by misogynistic is I hated every bitch that wasn't fucking me. That's how I used to be. I'm for real. Like, I'll be out in the field and bitches would do me so dirty, like, bro, and it still happens today, but now when a bitch do me dirty, I don't waste my energy. I used to waste my energy. In my older videos, you know what I mean when I said I used to waste my energy. So, for example, if I say, hey, or if I say, hey, what's up? Or if I say, hey, whatever opener I decide to use, and this bitch look at me and turn her back to me, I would hate that bitch. Like, you feel me? Like, I would hate the bitches that I wasn't fucking. So I used to be misogynistic. You feel me? Now, when that happens, because I used to want to get on their ass, I'd be like, I'd be like, hey, like, I'll get mad at them. You feel me? Like, that dog just be in me. Now when it happen, I just save my energy for the next bitch. I be like, it ain't worth my energy. I see it happen. I see it, and I don't stay. I don't say hey again. I don't repeat myself. I just walk the fuck. I'm talking about like if this bitch look at me, she sees that I'm trying to get her attention, and she turns her back, I walk the fuck off. Now I don't even hate women no more. But the old me, I think I hated bitches, because the fact that this bitch could do some disrespectful shit like that to me, I would get mad at the bitch. You understand where I'm coming from? I would get mad at her. But now, I don't even get mad at these hoes. I literally just be like, I'm going to save my energy for the next bitch. I'm going to save my energy for the next bitch. I'm going to save my energy for the next bitch that I find attractive. I'm not even going to waste any more energy towards this girl. Do I hate her? Nope. Bro, I've had a situation where I said hey to a chick. She looked at me, she said hey, and then she turned around and walked a different direction. I kept walking the direction I was going. I don't even get mad. You feel me? I don't even get mad. And then here's the case. Like, you'll get like a situation like that happen. You'll get some people say, oh, I got a boyfriend, I'm so sorry. You'll get some girls look at you and then be like, what do you want? Like, you'll get all that shit. And like I said, I used to hate bitches. If I got any form of disrespect, I would get mad. But here's the thing. This girl don't got no obligation to fucking talk to me. You feel me? That's the way I look at it now. She ain't got no fucking obligation to. I can't control how she responds to what I do. Matter of fact, if she got mad because I said hi or something like that or something along those lines, I'm going to give you the exact word track that I use by week 5, but I don't want to give it to you too early because you got to put in the work. Like, the whole entire 13-week program, it's to get you certified and get you better and better and better and better and better you become elite. And the information, the timing of the information is very important because it might not make that much sense if you get it too early. You feel me? If you get certain information too early, it might not make as much sense as you need it to in order for you to be consistent. You get what I'm trying to say? But what I've known to work at the highest percentage is what I'll give you. But this is what will happen. Like, you'll talk to a few girls, you might get some unfavorable responses, which who gives a fuck, right? But then this is the crazy thing. This is the mind-blowing thing. You got a couple unfavorable responses. You thinking about calling it a night. You thinking about going home with your tail tucked between your legs and all this bullshit. And then you say, man, let me talk to this one last girl. And then you talk to this one last girl, and then, you feel me, now your care really turned down because you really don't give a fuck, because you already went through the worst of the worst. You done went through some good responses. You done went through some bad responses. You really don't give a fuck at this point. Now that care turned down, and then this last chick you talk to, you can pull her in a short period of time. I'm talking about actually pull, like, to your crib. Like, you'll see text threads to the point where all you doing is just sending your address because you done did everything in person. And not only did you just send the address because you met her somewhere, but, like, let's say she drove to, or whatever the case is, you'll have situation, bro, jump on that live Q&A, bro. You feel me? Not everything's safe for YouTube. You know what I mean? Everybody watching my channel, people being nosy, whatever the case is. The skill set that I'm teaching is, you feel me, like is real. Like, in the wrong hands, it could be used for evil. And I really don't want it in the wrong hands. I want it to be guys who are really just looking to become elite with women and change their life and become better people all around. Now, some of the guys in the community, they're going to be very powerful people eventually. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. They're going to be some very powerful people. They might be mayors. They might be presidents. It is what it is. Because this type of information that I'm teaching, this that real raw shit. You feel me? This is that real raw shit. This is the information that you can drop a guy in any state, in any country, with this skill set, and he can build a nice, reasonable life for himself, because you'll be surprised how much women can give you as well. So you'll be knocking one chick down, and, you know what I mean, like, she rocking with everything that you're doing because you're doing everything right. You're doing everything the CLG way. You can actually, by week 5, when I tell you what I say word for word, you can actually copy me word for word, and you can still get results. Even though I prefer you, this is a lot of reasons why I never wrote down what I say, but, like, I was, like, seeing the situation, I'm like, damn, I pulled this girl so easy, and I had to backtrack what I said. I'm like, that's how I talk. I be forgetting how I talk sometimes. Like, you feel me? I be like, oh, that's how I be pulling. I be pulling all the motherfucking time, but I be forgetting what I be saying, so I wrote that shit down. And it's so powerful that I can, which I'm only going to give my CLG guys, but I'm going to give it to you at the right time, which is week 5 of the 13-week program, because you need all that other information. Like, niggas be trying to skip steps and then they wonder why they ain't good. Like, all of it is important. Your foundation is important. Like, your fucking gut health, your mental health, your mental strength. All of that shit is important because you're going to need it when you're talking to these hoes. You're going to need it because you're going to have to stay calm when these girls, they're rejecting you. So it's going to hurt more. Like, it's not like you trying to sell a car and the person is rejecting the car. Like, they're saying, oh, I just don't like that car. What hurts men is it's a girl that you find very attractive, but for some reason, she just don't find you attractive back because she got a specific type that she wants to hit on her. That ain't got shit to do with you, dog. But I understand, like, this is why the care has to be turned down, because if the care is high, you become like a female emotional. You gotta understand, females feel emotions 2 to 3 times more than we do. So once you start getting your feelings, you're actually becoming emotional. You understand? And a lot of people ended up in these monogamous relationships, which I don't believe that monogamous relationships have been to benefit the man in any way. Because what you're basically doing in the Western world is you're giving the girl all of the power. She has full access to you, like, over you when it comes to, basically, the best saying that somebody said was, most men, when they marry a woman, they think that they're marrying a woman for consistent sex, or they think that they're signing up for consistent sex, but in actuality, they're signing up for celibacy, because the woman don't even be fucking her husband a lot of these times. she won't even fuck the guy that commits to her. You feel me? And women lie all the time, so women just lie all the time, but women lie about shit like they practicing celibacy, they've been celibate for 2-3 years. They lie about a bunch of shit all the time. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? They lie about a bunch of shit all of the time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, like, they ain't got no problem lying to your ass. They ain't got no problem lying to your ass. You can be her husband, you can be whatever the fuck. She has no issue lying to your ass. So, that's what I'm just trying to tell you guys. I'm not a believer in monogamy, but if it was the right chick and she really was on the right timing, I can never say never, right? I'm not going to go as extreme as the guy that's in the community that said commitment is gay, but he does have a point. Like, I'm not going to say he doesn't have a point. I'm not going to say that, because I've seen it. The more commitment to a woman the more you become committed to a woman, the less she feels like she has to perform for you sexually. And yes, I get it. There's a lot of initial excitement and, you know, something new, and there's a lot of emotions running inside of her and things like that. But you feel me? Hey, like, I don't miss a bill. You know what I mean? When the bill come through, I don't miss that bitch. So I don't expect you to, I don't give a fuck. I don't expect you to start slacking sexually. And then this new wave of women is like, they trying to get off. Like, I never heard so many women try to get off nowadays. Like, trying to tell niggas, like, I gotta come too. Like, when I hear shit like that, I get pissed off. You feel me? But not at her, but just the idea of, bitch, if you can't get yourself off, like, that ain't got shit to do with me. Like, I'm for real. Like, I done made girls have some of the craziest orgasms. I wasn't trying to make them have an orgasm. I really don't give a fuck if she has an orgasm. Like, that's not really my concern. 80 to 90% of a woman having an orgasm is mental on her part. So it's mental. You understand? So, you know what I mean? Only like 20% of it, only 10 to 20% of it is physical. So what I mean by that is, you rubbing, touching, trying to do all this, trying to be the dancing monkey to try to make her come. A lot of the times, even if you make her come, she gonna lose respect for you because you're serving her. That's not where you need to be as a man. You need to be as a man where you're getting served sexually. Your role is to provide and protect. And a lot of people get the provide thing wrong. You feel me? Guys think that provide means just the money. That's not the case. If you look at the lions in the animal kingdom, I'm not comparing humans to lions, but I'm just gonna give you an analogy. And if it work out, it work out. If you look at the lions in the kingdom, they send the women out to do the smaller hunts, right? And only when the woman is not successful is when they'll summon that king lion, that masculine ass male lion, and they know he'll get the job done. He's just way bigger, stronger. Like, if the female lions just consistently keep coming back and without no food, then the male lion like, all right, motherfucker, now you done summon me. Now I gotta catch the big now I gotta get the big work for everybody to eat. And he probably, we don't speak lion, but he probably gonna get on them females' ass. Y'all need to tighten up. Your ass gonna be in another fucking lion tribe. So what that means, what I see that as is, even if you're a broke guy, but let's say you're dating like a traveling nurse, but because you're a man, and not all men are, a lot of men are feminine, so this is not gonna work for all men, but usually men, for the most part, tend to be better with their finances. So if she's a traveling nurse, she making $130,000 a year, whatever the case is, traveling nurse, that's a red flag. She might be a hoe too, but it is what it is. It's your hoe. You understand? She's a traveling nurse. Your ass agreed to be in some kind of relationship with her, even though y'all both probably cheating. Probably more so she is than you, if you committed to her, because you committed to her because you probably didn't have much other options. But even if you making 50, 60K, she making 130K, and you tell her, hey, direct deposit your checks into this account, which is going to probably be like some kind of account that you control, and you handle everything, that's still providing, bro. Like, I know that, like, that shit sound crazy to you guys. Like, y'all niggas think, no, man, provide me, I take care of all the bills, I make all the money. No, nigga, hell no. Providing is also information, foresight, type shit like that. Like, you feel me? Like, protecting her from herself. Cause sometimes she think that she making 100. She see the check, she thinks she making 130,000, and every other week this bitch got a new fucking Birkin bag, or got a new goddamn MK bag, or got a new something new on her car, something stupid, just some new stupid shit that just keep piling up in the closet, and now you got to donate all that bullshit. You feel me? She don't need none of that shit. She just making good money and she going crazy. So it's just piling up, stacking up, when your ass was supposed to come in there and protect and provide. And sometimes you got to protect her from herself. And sometimes you got to provide her with knowledge and insight when it comes to providing. Yeah, now give me that check and let me handle that shit. That's some real masculine shit. I hate to tell you guys this. My mom was one of the hottest girls growing up in the area. A lot of different guys attested to this back in the day. I couldn't see it because it's my mom, but they saw that shit. This is why my mom was able to get away with the shit she get away with. You know what I mean? But one of the things, my real father was from Jamaica, in the streets doing all this crazy stuff. One of the things my real father would do from Jamaica is, when my mom worked 2-3 jobs, my real father would take my mom's whole entire check. He would take the whole entire thing. He's like, give me the check when you get home. Take the whole entire check, was responsible for the bills, and then he would flip the rest of the money. Now, my real father, because he was from Jamaica, and the Jamaicans that he knew, all they knew was selling drugs. They didn't know nothing else. You get what I'm trying to say? So he couldn't get a job. He couldn't work at McDonald's. Couldn't work nothing legit. Probably could have worked something legit, but it'd have been breaking work for little pay. These hood niggas, these niggas ain't trying to do back-breaking work for little pay. These niggas trying to motherfucking have fun and fucking have real money. So he would take her checks and flip them, buy drugs, sell the drugs, and then stash money away. He'll stash a bunch of money. He'll have a lot of money stacked up. And he would constantly do this over and over again, to the point where he was trying to get my mom, when he was making a bunch of money, he was trying to get my mom to quit her job. He was trying to get her to actually quit her job, and she didn't want to do that. She always wanted to, you know what I mean? She just like working. It is what it is. Some girls like working. It is what it is. But it's not a bad thing. That's still provision. That's still you still protecting and providing to an extent as a man. You know what I mean? And one thing I don't like is when another man try to get another man business. I remember I was watching a Dave Ramsey show, and I actually fuck with Dave Ramsey with his money insights and shit like that. Cheap ass, rich ass old white man, but it is what it is. I fuck with him to an extent. This is what I've noticed with money is money is a weird thing. What I've noticed with money is the more money that I have spent, the more money that I have made. Don't know why that is the case, but for me, it's the case. I don't know, like, when I'm less stingy with money, the more money I tend to make. When I'm super stingy with money, I tend to make less money. It's a weird thing. Like, if I look at my months, when I was super stingy with money, I made, like, significantly lower money than when I was, like, a little bit more free-hearted with money. Like, gave less of a fuck, because I understand it's just paper. When I get into, like, I don't give a fuck about money, when I turn my care down about money, I make a bunch of it. Like, those would be, like, my bigger months. Like, you know what I mean? Man, fuck this shit just paper. Like, you know what I mean? I negotiate deals different. Everything is different. I just tend to make a lot more of it. Like clients, they be like, man, I can't believe, like, I'm paying this much. I'm like, bro, if you want this, like, that's what it costs. You know what I mean? Like, I pay for shit that I be like, I be the same way. I be mad at them, but at the end of the day, I need to. If that's what I want, I gotta pay it. If you can't pay it, you don't want it. Hey, I understand too. Like, it's just a different way I even go about it. In turn, I'm gonna wrap it up with this. In turn, what I figured out, the less you care, the better you perform. Whether that's sports, whether that's with money, whether that's with girls, and it is easy, but it's not simple. It takes a lot of emotional maturity, a lot of emotional toughness, a lot of mental toughness, a lot of mental maturity. Like, you gotta literally become a man. And I know it's sad, and I know people are gonna try to shame you for it, and they're gonna say that you're emotionally unavailable, and they're gonna hit you with these terms. But at the end of the day, if you want to be comfortable in your own skin, regardless of what the outside motherfuckers say. It's people to this day. Obviously I'm gonna tell you some stories in the live Q&A for the guys that show up. I'm gonna tell you some real raw shit. But I'm not having an issue with women. Like, that's not an issue at all. Like, it's almost a little too fucking easy. Like, once you get to a certain place, it's too easy. But then some people will be standoffish with me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, some people will be standoffish with me. Some people will assume that I'm an asshole, even though I didn't open my mouth. Like, I walk into a new environment. Some people will assume that I'm an asshole, whatever the case is. But then at the same time, some people will be trying to be my best friend as soon as I walk into a venue. Literally try to be my best fucking friend and be like, bro, I could just tell by, like, your energy that, like, you're cool, you're a real one. It's hard to find a real one. I never open my mouth. The motherfuckers don't know shit about me. Motherfucker, I just know you're a real one, bro. You feel me? I done had a situation like that too. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, once you master this shit, your aura is gonna change. Your aura is gonna change, and some people gonna hate you, like, for no reason. You don't open your mouth, you don't say shit. Motherfuckers just gonna be looking at you crazy. Like you can be cool too. Like, it's just some people just ain't gonna fuck with that aura. Some people gonna think, you think you all that. Like, some bitches gonna say that to you. Like, you think you the shit. I wasn't even really thinking nothing in my head. Just this before you started talking, really. I was really just chilling. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's a scary situation, bro. Like that video was accurate. The more committed you become to a woman, the less she wants to give you, which is crazy to me. But, I've seen it play out in a number of scenarios. You know what I mean? It's almost like the more familiar she gets with you and she knows how to manipulate you, she's just gonna do that. Like it's just in her nature to manipulate. Don't get mad at her. Like I said, I used to be misogynistic. I'm no longer misogynistic. I'm just sexist. I think I'm gonna die sexist, right? They try to make it seem like it's a bad word. But basically, if somebody tries to use sexist against you, basically, tell them to say that to God. You feel me? Like don't send them to God. You feel me? That's not what I said. I'm saying tell them to say that to God, because God is sexist. God is sexist. Like, so that's how the creator did it. It is what it is. And let's not act like we're going to ignore all of this evidence, even from women. Even women say, I feel safer when I'm walking around a man. I don't feel so safe when I'm walking alone. So even women is sexist. So don't even come at me with that bullshit. You feel me? Misogynistic, I used to be. Now that I think about it, I be like, damn, I did used to hate every bitch that didn't want to fuck me. So, but now, I don't give a fuck. So with that being said, man, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you share this with somebody who needs to hear this. You cannot call yourself a friend if you're not sharing it with somebody who you know needs this. Make sure you join the CLG community, $48 a month. That's the cheapest it's going to be. Jump in while it's cheap, because when the prices go in, like, you're going to stay locked at whatever price you jump in at. You know what I mean? Like, that, your price will never change. If you jump in at that price, it'll never change. Now, if your ass jump back out and try to jump back in when the price is already higher, then you got to pay the higher price. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But, yeah, bro, that 13-week certification program, like, think of it as like a certification. Just understand that at the end of that shit, at the end of that 13-week program, I might even fucking give out a certificate that you get. You feel me? When you make it through that bitch. But it's hard for me to get that certificate out because I don't know if you actually doing those tasks. I just gotta trust that you're doing them motherfuckers every day. So, but if you're doing them tasks every day and you're not moving on to the next day until you complete your task, your ass gonna become elite. And as you go deeper and deeper in it and you really start really knowing my mindset and how I be doing what the fuck I be doing, your ass gonna be really, you gonna be him. So my only thing that I want to tell you, don't use for evil. That's it. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, I'm out.